Just a few years ago, automakers made bold promises about an all-electric future. Billions of dollars were invested. Entire vehicle lineups were redesigned. Electric vehicles were positioned as the inevitable next step. But today, some of the largest North American automakers are quietly stepping back. Electric vehicle projects have been delayed. Major platforms have been canceled. And financial losses tied to EV programs are now clearly visible on company balance sheets. This shift is not ideological. It is financial. Electric vehicles proved expensive to develop and difficult to scale profitably. Battery costs remained high. Manufacturing utilization stayed low. And consumer demand did not grow at the pace originally forecast. General Motors, Ford, and Stellantis all adjusted their electric vehicle strategies as these realities became impossible to ignore. Billions of dollars were written down. Capital spending was reduced, and executives began recalibrating their timelines. This was not an abandonment of electrification. It was a reassessment. At the same time, another trend emerged, one that tells a very different story about consumer behavior. Hybrid vehicle sales surged across North America. Toyota Motor North America reported that electrified vehicles accounted for 47% of total sales in 2025. Nearly half of all vehicles sold included hybrid, plug-in hybrid, or electric technology. This data reveals an important insight. Consumers are not rejecting electrification. They are rejecting friction. Fully electric vehicles still present challenges for many drivers. Charging infrastructure remains inconsistent. Charging times vary widely. Cold weather reduces driving range. Apartment and condo living complicates home charging. Long-distance travel introduces uncertainty. Hybrids remove those concerns. They reduce fuel consumption. They lower emissions. They improve efficiency. And they do so without requiring changes to daily routines or reliance on charging infrastructure. From a business perspective, hybrids also make sense. They are less expensive to develop than full electric platforms. They leverage existing manufacturing assets. And they generate positive margins while still advancing electrification goals. This explains why automakers began reallocating investment. Rather than betting entirely on pure electric platforms, companies shifted toward flexible architectures. Platforms capable of supporting gasoline, hybrid, plug-in hybrid, and electric powertrains. This strategy reduces risk. It protects profitability. And it allows manufacturers to adapt as infrastructure, regulation, and consumer behavior evolve. The financial data supports this approach. While many electric vehicle programs continued to post losses, hybrid and traditional vehicle lines remained profitable. Investors responded accordingly, favoring stability over speculation. This does not mean electric vehicles are failing. It means they are early. The transition to electrification is not uniform across regions. China moved quickly through centralized planning and rapid infrastructure deployment. Europe followed through regulation-driven adoption. North America is different. Distances are longer. Infrastructure rollout is slower. And consumer expectations are shaped by convenience and reliability. In this environment, hybrids serve as a bridge. They allow progress without disruption. They reduce emissions without forcing behavior change. And they give the industry time to build the infrastructure required for full electrification. The question is no longer whether electric vehicles are the future. The question is how and when that future arrives, and at what cost. Automakers are learning that technology alone does not drive adoption. Economics, infrastructure, and human behavior matter just as much. The current pullback is not a retreat. It is a correction, a move from ambition to execution, from hype to sustainability, from ideal timelines to realistic ones. The automotive industry is still transforming, but it is doing so with greater realism, guided by data rather than promises. Electric vehicles will continue to grow. Infrastructure will improve. costs will decline. But for now, hybrids are winning. Not because the future failed, but because the transition needs time. And in North America, time matters. For more in-depth analysis on future vehicles, automotive technology, and industry transformation, subscribe to Future Cars and Tech.